All right, we're back now with a fun way to celebrate the solar eclipse in a way that your kids can understand. The hit podcast, Wow in the World, just dropped a brand new episode yesterday that celebrates the science of the rare event that is coming up next Monday, this coming Monday.
Very exciting. A week from yesterday, we'll have a huge special here. You can tune in. But to tell us all about it are the podcasting duo and best-selling children's book authors, Guy Raz and Mindy Thomas. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
I think it's so great for everybody, because if you can explain it to children, then we sort of all understand.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. We look for stories and phenomena and real discoveries that wow us and excite us, and those are the stories that we want to bring to our listeners, who are kids and they're grown-ups. We try to bring everybody onto the same playing field.
What are some of the things that we're going to learn on this podcast? I'm very interested to know.
Well, we are going to first and foremost learn that Mindy sends invitations on toilet paper to the whole neighborhood. So me and our other characters in our neighborhood, like Dennis and Grandma G-Force, we got our invitations on toilet paper, which actually soiled my front door. But we will also learn about how this is one of the most incredible phenomenon that happen on planet Earth. In this case, this solar eclipse will be particularly close to the Earth. It's going to last for about 4.5 minutes if you live in the path of totality. And people in Hartford aren't that far away from it. I mean, you can drive a couple hours and you'll be in that path. And so, you know, and even if you're not, you'll have the opportunity to see a partial eclipse. And so what we experience on the episode is this amazing phenomenon where we get to see this, you know, this eclipse and the sun's corona appear like this magical, awe-inspiring phenomenon that only happens every, it's going to be another 20 years before it happens again in the United States.
Yeah, so we got a chance. And this is, so just basics. We see this because the moon gets in between the sun and the earth. Is that right?
Yes, and it has to be a new moon.
Yeah, essentially the sun is kind of going behind the moon, and they're lined up perfectly, and the moon is blotting out the sun. And so you'll get to see in totality just the sun's corona, the little bit of light on the sides of it. And this is a really big moment. The last time we had an opportunity to see this was 7 years ago here in the U.S. And a lot of the kids listening to our show were not around then. They weren't even born yet. So this is a really big moment. The next one's not going to happen for another 20 years. And even then, that's only going to pass through 2 states. So we're hoping that kids are going to create some of those core memories that we talk about. And that when they grow up, they're going to be able to have a back when I was your age story to tell their own kids about the moment that they experienced the solar eclipse.
Yeah, they're saying back in 2017, it was between 62 and 71 miles wide. And this time around, it's 108 to 122 miles wide, that path. So all of the continuous states are going to see some type of eclipse, whether it's a partial or a full eclipse. Is that right?
Wow.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And so even if you're not on the path of totality, you'll be able to experience a really cool phenomenon. It'll be like an orange with a giant bite taken out of it. But of course, it's important not to look directly at it, but to use special solar eclipse glasses.
Right.
Yeah, talk to us about that, because we actually had a story in the news recently that we got to be careful. They have to really be the right kind of glasses. Don't just buy them anywhere, because there might be scammers. And it's really not great for our eyes. Can you talk about the science behind that?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you need those Mylar glasses, a special material that are made to protect your eyes. They're not really dark sunglasses. They're not cataract glasses. These are really special glasses. We encourage you to listen to your eyes. Your eyes are going to tell you, don't look at the sun. And then also it goes for telescopes and binoculars. Again, you've got to have those Mylar glasses on, those special solar eclipse glasses, before you look at the sun in any way, whether it's through a telescope, binoculars, or through the naked eye.
Otherwise, the sun's rays can damage your cornea, and it can cause long-term damage to your eyesight. So super important to be really careful when viewing the solar eclipse.
Well,
But
yes.
if you are in the path of totality, you will have that moment up to 4 minutes where you can take off the glasses.
Right.
And stare up where the sun is for the first time.
That is wonderful. You're both full of knowledge, and we can't thank you enough for being here on Great Day, Connecticut. Enjoy the eclipse with your safety glasses on.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you want to listen to the amazing podcast where you learn so many things, it's The Wow in the World, Great Solar Eclipse Party Special Episode. It's available to listen right now. Next time you're doing drop off and pick up, you can learn something. So find it by visiting tinkercast.com or just download it. Wow in the World, wherever you listen to your podcast.
And apparently Einstein's theory of relativity was proven during an eclipse.
Really?
What do you think about that?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, things you can learn.
All right. And don't forget,
we're going to have plenty of excitement right here on Channel 3 during next week's Great American Eclipse, including a special live half hour of Great Day Connecticut from 3:30 to 4. Next Monday afternoon, I'm going to be at the Connecticut Science Center along with Chief Meteorologist Mark Dixon. And our own Mike Slifer will join us live from Presque Isle, Maine in the path of totality.
yes, and I'll be holding down the fort here, I think, with glasses. I hope we get to go outside and look.
You have to. You absolutely have to.
Very excited. All right, still ahead.